What if I told you that you can get rich quick? That getting rich quick is possible and it's not a scheme. Getting rich easy is a scheme. Imagine your dream life. Think it, feel it, smell it. Imagine your house, your cars, your lifestyle. Okay, now not so fast. Let's come back to reality for a second. How far into the future did you have to go? 30 years? Stop thinking about mutual funds and listen to what I'm about to share in this video. You are one mind shift away from becoming a millionaire, and it doesn't have to be complicated. You see, when I picture my dream life, I picture myself 5 years from now. That's ridiculous, I hear you say. I know, right? You keep thinking the way you do, and hopefully one day you'll arrive at your dream life. But the one thing you didn't see coming was the arthritis in both your knees when you finally get there. Listen, if you want to change your mindset about becoming a millionaire and get rich fast, this is the one book I would recommend everyone to read. Let's jump into the Millionaire FASTLANE by MJ DeMarco. Since you clicked on this video, I'm assuming you also have the end goal of achieving financial freedom. Now let's see what's the most effective way of getting to that end goal. A. Walking or the sidewalk. B. A bicycle or the slow lane. Or C. Get there by driving a Formula 1 car with a top speed of 397 km per hour, the fast lane. I thought so. However, the reality is that most people still find themselves in the slow lane or the sidewalk, and I will explain why in a second, but that doesn't mean you have to. MJ describes the sidewalk as people living paycheck to paycheck. No matter how much a sidewalker earns, he'll match it with what he spends. What will surprise most of you is that many pro athletes also live on the sidewalk. Some of them have no financial intelligence or responsibility, and once they are stripped from their income source, they lose everything they have faster than they could ever imagine. This is exactly why 70% of lotto winners spend or lose all their money within 5 years. Don't be on the sidewalk. Now, the slow lane is the traditional way of going to school, get a job, work yourself up the corporate ladder, and save and invest a percentage of your salary into the stock market. If all goes well, you'll become a millionaire at the age of 65. MJ has this analogy that people in the slow lane work for someone else for 5 days so they can have 2 days for themselves. Now, if you put this into financial terms, this means they are trading $5 for $2. Does this sound like a good deal to you? It's amazing how people are blinded by a mere 3% pay raise yearly. Then there's the fast lane where getting rich quick is as possible as you hitting the like button and subscribing, because I'm about to change your perspective. By tapping into the Millionaire FASTLANE, you can become financially free within 10 years. And yes, my friends, that is quick. Now, before I tell you how you can get into the Millionaire FASTLANE, let's see what keeps most people stuck in the slow lane. Now, there are a couple of traits that keep people stuck in the slow lane. Now, the first trait is that they are very risk averse and that they seek safety and job security. The second is that they have a scarce mindset, and a dollar saved is more than a dollar earned. They believe that in order to become a millionaire, you need to either have talent or be famous, and that wealth is only for the top 1% in our society. Another trait keeping most of us stuck in the slow lane is thinking that by climbing the corporate ladder, you'll eventually become a millionaire. This is in fact not true, because ultimately you are still trading your time for money. The first and most important action you can take today is to change your mindset about becoming a millionaire. This book did just that for me. And before reading this book, I thought by investing 10% of my salary and avoiding lifestyle inflation, I can become a millionaire. But then I realized, why take the slow lane if there's a fast lane ready to take you to your wildest dreams? Why take a bicycle to your destiny if you can take a Formula 1 car? One of the most important points in this book is that wealth and success is advertised by the media as an event. Now, this cannot be further from the truth. All events of wealth are precluded by a process, a backstory of trial, risk, hard work, and sacrifice. If you try to skip process, you'll never experience events. MJ DeMarco. Behind every success story there is a process, and more often than not, it's a long, painful, ugly process. Let's look at an example. It took Usain Bolt only 9.58 seconds to break the 100-meter world record. An overnight success and a true talent. No, we need to change our perspectives. What most people don't realize is that Usain Bolt started athletics at the age of 12. It took him 10 years of training, sacrifice, and showing up day in, day out to break the 100-meter world record at the age of 22. Do you see the process behind this event? This is the problem with our society. Success and wealth is always advertised as an event. We neglect the process behind any success story. Wealth or success cannot be achieved without a process, and in order to become wealthy or successful, you'll have to fall in love with the process itself. Now this brings me to one of the most valuable insights I gained from this book, and that is switching from being a consumer to a producer. This is a mind shift that will transform your life and firstly make you appreciate everything you consume even more, and hopefully inspire you to start producing so that you can be the one benefiting from consumers. It is a very difficult shift to make, and I think it goes against human nature because our brain is wired to seek the path of least resistance. But if you can break away from this tendency and do what others are not willing to do, you will very soon have what others don't have. The whole idea of the fast lane is that the more value you bring to the world, the richer you will become. MJ describes this as the law of affection. The more lives you affect in an entity you control, in scale and or magnitude, the richer you will become. If you find yourself working hard and making a low income, this is due to the fact that you are not tapping into the law of affection. You are either not providing value to a large number of people, this is described as scale, or you are not providing a large amount of value to a few people, which MJ refers to as magnitude. You can think of scale as the number of units sold and magnitude as the price per unit. You can become a millionaire by either providing large amounts of value or by affecting the lives of millions. As MJ says, scale makes millionaires. Magnitude makes millionaires. Scale plus magnitude makes billionaires. Top athletes or entertainers make millions because they affect millions. If you want to make $1 million, you'll have to get out there and make an impact on the world and start providing value. If you were to make 1 million people feel better, solve their problems, or satisfy their appetites, you will make millions. This is another huge benefit of producing instead of consuming. You can easily double your business within months, but can you easily double your salary in months? Let me tell you why I will never choose the slow lane. I am not willing to sell myself for my whole life to help someone else live their dream. While most people are consuming content and watching TV for entertainment, I am consuming educational books and content to increase the amount of value I can bring to the world. Now there's absolutely nothing wrong with being in the slow lane if that makes you happy, but remember, if you want to be able to give to the world and join the Millionaire Fastlane, you will have to be willing to spend a little less time in front of the TV and a little more time in the library. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next one.